Thank Scott Coach for Strikeforce and Showtime for just giving me the opportunity to showcase myself in front of the nation. Not many times I've been able to do that. Fought in Japan a lot, and one time on Showtime and HCN and stuff. But today I felt like I got to show a lot of people what I'm all about, and I'm happy to be here. I'm living the dream. I love my life, man. So that's about it. Any questions?
Any questions for Mr. Melendez?
Was it strange for you to change up from Josh to Rodrigo, this last second thing? Or?
Not necessarily finding out it was Rodrigo, but just the process of, 4 or 5 names, that Scott tried to provide for me, and a couple guys that were willing to step up, and how it kind of worked out. And I'm very happy Rodrigo did, but just the whole mental visualization. I like to visualize someone fighting, how I'm going to fight him, what my strategy is going to be. So once I figured out it was Rodrigo Dam, then it was easy to be like, okay, I'm going to fight this guy, and this is how I'm going to fight him. But just the process of figuring someone out, that was a little bit, exhausting mentally.
Did you ask for a better birthday present than this?
Nah, no sir, man, not at all. I mean, I wish it was Josh right there, but it was Rodrigo Dam, and that's cool. And that was my first real knockout. I got a lot of TKOs, but it was cool to put someone to sleep. But not in an asshole way though.
Yeah, hang on, Gilbert. So,
That's gonna be a challenge.
Yes. I think one of the best fights of the night also was Mr. Scott Smith fighting Mr. Benji Raddick. And, Scott has to go pretty soon, so I'd like to say a few words.
Yeah, just like Gilbert, I got to thank Strikeforce and Scott Coker. They've kind of been my savior these last 6 months. With the League XC going down, it's tough for us fighters out there making some money, and they're taking care of us. So it's, this is great. I'm just absolutely overwhelmed with emotion tonight. Thanks to Showtime and Strikeforce for getting my kids in the cage. You guys have no idea how much that meant to me. Hoist Gracie, one of my heroes from the time it all started, came up and told me, great fight, come back in the night. That means so much to me. He's one of my heroes. So, just a great fight. I need to start being careful what I wish for. One of my interviews, I said I really like Benji. I don't want to get a quick knockout. I want to beat the hell out of each other for a couple of rounds and then get the knockout. So I'm not going to ask for that anymore. He absolutely beat the hell out of me. So we wish him well. He busted his hand, so you guys say your prayers for him. I hope he's doing all right. But hope you guys enjoyed the fight.
Any questions for Mr. Smith?
In the article I think that Dave wrote for Yahoo, he mentioned that you've been now remembered for 2 different fights. Do you think this is going to be the one that people walk up to the street and ask you questions about now?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I just remember being knocked out a few times. I don't remember the whole fight, but I remember it being a good one. And 5 stitches in the eye and 2 in the lip kind of tells me it was a pretty good fight. I walked back there to see how Benji was doing, and he was getting stitches too. So I think when both fighters are getting stitches, it was a good show. But yeah, and it was on a great network, Showtime. A lot of people got to see it, so I'm thankful to be fighting on Showtime.
Now this is the second time, Scott, that you have been in adverse situations and risen from it. Is that something you consciously think of in the fight? If somebody's getting the upper hand, I got to reach down, or is it just instinct?
No, it's just the fighter in us. It's I have so many people that believe in me, and Ganya, my cornerman, I wish you guys could hear what he was saying to me after the second round. He was chewing me out. I thought he was going to ground me. I don't even want to say the things he was saying to me. You're losing the fight. You lose. You need to knock him out. So, I had to do it for all of them. I really didn't even want to get up after that second round, but I'm a fighter. That's, I owed it to Benji to go out there and finish the fight out, win, lose, or draw. And you know what? I said I'm gonna go out there and give it my all. And I was, when you do stuff like that, I was fortunate enough to come through with a knockout.